Live from Quincy, Illinois, this is the 2013 Turbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week presented by Turbo Sports, the NCAA, and Admiral Soccer. I'm Kyle Robbins alongside Tyler Tomlinson. Today we've got a matchup of the Hawks. It's Quincy and Rockhurst live from Legend Stadium here in Quincy, Illinois, on a rainy and wet after Sunday afternoon. Hope you're comfortable at home. Grab a blanket because it's cold out here. Snuggle in and get set for some wonderful NCAA Division II soccer here, Tyler. Happy to be alongside you today for a matchup between two teams that are very, very familiar with each other at this level.
Yeah, absolutely, Kyle. Very familiar with each other, and also both having pretty good seasons as this GLVC season is now underway. Both teams near the top of the GLVC standings. Quincy at 5-1 over 5-1 in conference, 6-3 overall. Rockhurst undefeated in conference, 5-1, 6-1 overall. So you're looking at two teams that are very familiar with each other's style, and have the ability to win this game, and both need this win right now to stay at that top side of the conference.
Tyler, of course, a little bit of a homecoming for you here, being a Quincy native. For the national viewing audience that might not be familiar, we'll start with the homestanding Hawks here. Not be familiar with the Quincy program. This is a program with a very proud tradition dating back to the NAIA days before they came up to the NCAA level. Maybe fill in the viewers at home with a little bit of a background information on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Quincy has been one of the premier soccer programs in the nation as far as the smaller schools go. It's not a very big school, around 1,000 students, just over 1,000 I should say. They have one of the legendary coaches that's still on staff. He's not the head coach anymore, with Jack McKenzie. In fact, we have named this Jack McKenzie Field. So,
of course, we spoke with Mike Carpenter, who is now the head coach for Quincy. Of course, as you mentioned, took over the squad not that long ago. We spoke with him before, the audio unfortunately down, but he did speak about his concerns, of course, coming into this ball game, getting his squad ready, quick turnaround from the game on Friday, and of course, like you said, good relationship between this Rockhurst staff, these two teams going back to the NAIA days, and concerned obviously though about this Rockhurst squad, which such great tradition, of course, at Rockhurst as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and Coach Toko right now is a legend in his own right, and he's been with the program for so many years, and so he knows what he's getting into as well coming into this match. But as I said, two legendary coaches, both on staff. Mike Carpenter now in his second year with Quincy University. In fact, they just named the field this year Jack McKenzie Field in honor of the legendary coach. In fact, the road that leads to the stadium now, Jack McKenzie Road.
And of course, just want to remind you, if you're tuning in at home with us, that of course this game, of course, being broadcast by Turbo Pro Soccer, presented by the Turbo Sports Group Productions, Innovative Sports Development. This game is a part of the 2013 National Game of the Week series presented by the NCAA and Admiral Sports. And we'll take a short break here as we have the national anthem from Legend Stadium. We'll come right back. This is the 2013 National Men's Soccer Game of the Week, presented by the NCAA and Admiral Soccer. With you, Quincy, Illinois. This is the Turbo Sports Group National Men's Soccer Game of the Week. Rockhurst and Quincy. Of course, I'm Kyle Robbins alongside Tyler Tomlinson. Tyler, let's go ahead and get to the starting lineups for both of these squads taking the pitch tonight. We'll get the starting 11 for you here in just a moment. For Quincy, of course, it'll be Duncan and Golan across the back line, Bond, Ragsdale, Gravliga, and Mook, of course. And then sitting in that middle position, that supportive midfield, McEnany. And then across the top tonight, Dokaj, Seifert, Ortenow, and Vinferrow. And then, of course, Roberts on the top of the formation.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to really pack the middle of the field, but as Coach Toko said, they're very dangerous on the wings with those one-on-ones.
And, of course, for Coach Toko's Rockhurst squad, Bass in goal tonight across the back line, Guillet, Caruso, Schreiber, and Skevington, who's, of course, just recently named the GLVC Player of the Week. Dean and Scapolo will sit in the middle of the formation across the top to Rossi, Verbanich, McDonald, and McGee. A guy to keep an eye on, of course, for Rockhurst throughout this ball game. He'll wear the armband for the men in white this afternoon. Rockhurst, of course, in the white and blue. They'll be moving right to left on your TV screen this afternoon. Quincy in the black and yellow. Then they'll start with the possession here tonight.
Weather's been off and on so far. It's raining every other 5 minutes. Sun pops out, so the wind is picking up occasionally, so you never know the conditions could come into play.
Certainly conditions will be a factor. We've had, so far in the central part of the country, pretty good weather to start the year, but this one, a little different as we're underway here for Legend Stadium. Quincy will start with possession early. Will be interesting to see which one of these squads can go ahead and try to dictate possession early on in this ball game. Brought down an early opportunity on the attack here for Quincy. Trying to get something going, get one early on the board here, Tyler, and we'll have our first foul call of the ball game here, and an opportunity to get something going for a set piece here for the Quincy Hawks.
Yeah, real aggressive approach for Quincy coming out, getting the ball down to the corner, pressing into that corner, and then getting a result with the foul call here and have a good opportunity.
Two guys possibly will be taking this one. Seifert is back there as well as McEnany. Looks like Seifert will be the one to take it. As well, sitting back is Vinferrow. We'll have a four-man wall Rockhurst set up. We'll try to take this one from about 25 out. Seifert will try to put this one off, framing off a white jersey, taken away, no problems by Rockhurst. And the first opportunity of the ball game for Quincy goes chancing away.
Not a bad start, though, from Mike Carpenter and Quincy, getting into the attacking third and getting an opportunity.
Certainly Carpenter will be looking to get this one going. Of course, Quincy coming into this game as a little bit of an underdog. Rockhurst, if you're not familiar, ranked number 16 in the country in the NCAA poll, and they'll have their first opportunity here. Lay one off, trying to get something inside going early, but that one will be no problems in coming into the arms of the goalkeeper, Drew Duncan, today.
Good run there by Nick McDonald, just unable to find a foot on it.
McDonald unable to get that one across the face of goal over to the feet of McGee, who has been quite lethal for this Rockhurst squad all year long. And they'll have another opportunity, or try to there, before taken away, but they'll still have a throw. Down in the attacking third, and maybe Rockhurst looking to grab possession early on here.
Rockhurst already throwing a lot of numbers forward here. Kyle, we may see a long throw in.
Long throw, try to get something into the box here for Rockhurst, possibly keep on the defender Schreiber coming all the way up from the back. This one coming in near side to him, trying to get the head on, but not able to do so. Cleared away, no problems by Mike Carpenter's Quincy Hawks. Rockhurst, but keeping the pressure on, however. Trying to settle the ball in the middle here. Played. Here's an opportunity for McGee. They'll call him onside, looking for something to get across. Into the middle, looking for McDonald, not able to do so. Just saved away. Excellent positioning there by Jake Bonds to turn the opportunity back the other way here for Quincy. Counterattack coming. 3-on-4 opportunity, but to pull it back here. Reset up in the middle, switch sides, coming down this near sideline. Jake Bond, the defender, up. Held up here, another opportunity for Roberts. Swung inside, an opportunity for Quincy, but that time brought away. Excellent defending. Sure-footed takeaway that time by Rockhurst and John Schreiber. They're holding down the defense.
Might be a corner here.
And of course, just as we say that, not able to clear completely off that back line.
As I said, the ball's going to be just a little bit more slick than it would be on any other day. We have had some rain here. I know the sun's out at this moment, so the ball's going to move quickly off this brand new turf. This is the first season that Quincy has played on this turf. The facility's been here forever, but the turf is new. I think it took about 42 days for it to be put down over the summer, and I think Quincy's reaped the benefits because it's a really beautiful complex.
Beautiful facility as well. Going through the renovations here at Legend Stadium right now, just the first stage in the process.
Yep.
Several more coming as well, and it will be a beautiful facility when it is done here in Quincy, Illinois. Beautiful place for Division II soccer. As we try to get this game going forward, someone trying to take a hold of possession, try to take a hold of this ball game. Sun's starting to peek out here, and maybe an opportunity peeking out right now for Rockhurst. Mike McGee, he's the guy to keep an eye on. Mark McGee for Rockhurst. Swing this one in. An excellent job to defend that one away by Quincy that time. Dylan Mook with the sure foot to that one, but still an opportunity from the corner here for Rockhurst.
McGee working hard up top, getting across the field widthwise. He's definitely the focal point so far of Rockhurst's attack.
Scapola, the man from Italy, will take this corner from the far sideline. Swinging in, on frame, and just saved and not able to be put back on goal. Skevington was there and could have got a foot on it, but not able to put it accurately into the back of the net.
Save. That's a big save.
Drew Duncan very sure-handed to keep that one out of goal. Coming off the head, I believe that time, of Schreiber was up there.
Yeah, absolute great save there. He had to get down very quickly, get across his body, made the save. No rebound there, and Quincy avoids a big one there. Good save.
Rockhurst certainly with an early opportunity. They've had a couple here, and that might be something to keep an eye on here for Mike Carpenter's squad, not ending up on the back foot here defensively early with Rockhurst with a couple of those opportunities.
Yeah, Rockhurst is looking on long throw-ins, corner kicks. They're just really committing a lot of numbers forward, seeing that as maybe an advantage here in this game, that they could maybe get a direct kick put in here off of a restart of some sort.
Here's a chance right here possibly for Verbanic, but that one's just out of his reach. And Quincy will look to restart here quickly. And that's something you've noticed, Quincy wanting to come quickly from the back, it seems like, in this game. And, of course, as soon as I mention it, Jinx, the commentator, they'll take a little more time in the back here bringing it up.
Yeah, Mike Carpenter, I talked to him yesterday about this game, and they did want to possess a little bit more than Rockhurst, as Rockhurst, as you've seen, has a little bit more of a direct play.
That one just off the foot of the Rockhurst defender, and another opportunity here off the throw from Quincy. They'll look to start quickly here. It'll be Seifert trying to hold it up in the middle, but taken away by Rockhurst. Excellent defending job thus far done by the men in white. Bringing it the other way, an opportunity developing for McDonald. He'll try to lay it off, but didn't have much support coming on that run there. And you might like to see him hold that one up a little bit earlier that time.
Yeah, you give him credit at the beginning for taking all that space and really getting forward with the ball, but after that he found himself numbers down.
Certainly Rockhurst, though, quite aggressive early with a couple of opportunities. Had the one great save by Duncan from Quincy to keep them off the scoreboard here early in Quincy, Illinois. Kyle Robbins, Tyler Tomlinson with you. This is the 2013 Torbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week. If you're joining us at home, Division II soccer here on a Sunday afternoon. Hope you're joining us and enjoying this one. Opportunity coming for Quincy. Well defended, and it will be a corner coming up from the homestanding Hawks.
Yeah, great run there by Bond, getting down to the corner, getting himself in position to get the team a corner kick.
Taking this one for Quincy will be Nick Caruso, that will actually be Vint Verlo. He'll lay this one off short, try to swing it in, but not enough height on it, and cleared out no problem by Quincy. The look to reset. Seifert will possession near the top of the box, but taken away by Rockhurst once again. Quincy seeming to have having trouble developing much in the offensive third thus far.
They'll be willing to be patient, though, and kind of pick this Rockhurst defense apart. As you see, they've been possessing around the back a lot more than Rockhurst, who's just getting forward quickly.
Rockhurst certainly looking to get forward very, very quickly in this ball game. Don't forget you can follow Turbo Sports on Twitter at Turbo Sports. Stay up to date with everything soccer and more on TSG's social media handle. For information regarding all of our live games and more, that's at Turbo Sports on Twitter.
Venverlo with a shot on goal there. No trouble for the Rockhurst goalkeeper.
And they'll get this one restarted away here quickly. Trying to get something moving forward here down the far sideline. Tyler, thus far in this ball game, early takeaways now 10 minutes in.
Well, what I've seen is just two different styles of play. Rockhurst a lot more direct. They want to get the ball up the field quickly. Quincy willing to play possession soccer, try to find a gap in the defense and try to break it down that way. So, but we've been on both sides, so both teams have had chances to attack.
And Quincy will look to make one here quickly off the counter. As you've mentioned, Rockhurst wanting to push numbers forward. They've got a 4-on-4 opportunity here before that one went off the back heel of Venverlo. And having to slow up there in the middle, couldn't keep the break going. They'll slow down here on the throw, coming down here on the near sideline. Battling in the corner, 1-on-3, trying to get across the front of goal will be Dokaj here. Not able to do anything with it once again, but they'll look to switch fields here, Quincy. Now taken away by Rockhurst, and thus far McGee has been active on top, but just not able to get him in position, I would say, thus far.
I think if Quincy would be happy with him playing negative for most of this game right now, and that's the way that he's been playing, the way he's facing, which is fine. Good target forward, but they'd probably like to get him through a couple times. He's got good speed, and he's shown that ability already this game.
Good speed, good strength, good size from McGee, of course, up top. But here's an opportunity for Quincy attempting to develop, not able to do much with it. And we'll see if the men in white from the Kansas City area try to develop quickly once again. Looked like we had a foul call on that far sideline, and that's exactly what will be whistled for as Quincy will restart quickly.
It's a good tackle by Mook. Legal, got the ball.
Moving down the sideline, here's an opportunity here for Dokaj. He'll try to handle near the goal line, but not able to do anything with it, and goes chancing away for Quincy once again.
Quincy's going to commit both of their center backs to the job of stopping McGee. You've already seen that so far to begin this game with Garavalia, and Ragsdale, I believe, is also the second center back. So those two have committed themselves to making sure that he doesn't break away. Certainly
something that Mike Carpenter's team wanted to key on here before this ball game was McGee, who's put in so many goals for this Rockhurst team thus far on the year. Playing that job as the target forward thus far, but not able to get him through. Here's your opportunity coming on now. Couldn't quite get it over their head, but he's there with Verbanic. Can they work 1-2? Verbanic will take a touch, not able to corral it, but back out this time McDonald will handle here. He'll look to take one touch and fire, but that one's well off the face of goal. No challenge that time for Duncan.
A good stand there by the Quincy University defense. They got caught flat. They tried to get him over the top. Garavalia was able to stop that play. So a good stand there by Quincy.
Verbanic and McGee, though, working very well together up top thus far for Rockhurst. And maybe something that an adjustment might need to be made for Quincy later on, because it seems like it's there, but it's just not quite, that ball just not quite getting through for McGee just yet. Mm-hmm. Opportunity coming down here the near sideline for Quincy right now, trying to get something going in the offensive third, something they really haven't had thus far going. Holding it up near the center line is Ortino, as they'll look to battle this one back all the way to their defensive line, reset the side of the field, and they'll look to try it down the far sideline now. Ortino's calling for it back. He's unmarked on this near side, but not able to get it out over there is Venverlo. Windy day here in Quincy, Illinois as well. And we mentioned the rain, we mentioned the cold temperatures, but probably winds gusting up to 20 and 25 miles an hour, and that's something to keep keep in mind if you're watching at home.
The wind is moving in Quincy's favor as well this half.
Of course, moving from west to east, if I'm not getting directionally challenged here, getting turned around in Quincy, I believe. That ball just out of the reach of the Rockhurst defender, George Skevington, that time, and it will be a reset here for Quincy on the throw in near side. Quincy thus far, as you mentioned, Tyler, not wanting to really push too many numbers forward thus far early at all here.
No, they're just going to wait, and they're going to find that good opportunity, and they're going to take advantage of it. They're going to find the gaps, you see right here, as Vin Verlo does really well.
Vin Verlo doing an excellent job there to possess. Drop this one back off into the middle. That time to Roberts, but taken away. And here come the Rockhurst Hawks once again. Possessing here will be Verbonic. He'll play this one to the corner, trying to hook up with DeRossi here, but he's unable to get on the end of that one. And that will be a goal kick coming the other way for Duncan and the Quincy Hawks.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity. I thought DeRossi probably could have started his run a little closer to the defender, so then when he got that blindside pass over the top, was able to get in, but he rounded it a little too wide, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Goal kick taken away here by Duncan. Quincy, once again, as we mentioned, content to play the slow development in this ballgame. Rockhurst wanting to press forward, seemingly wanting to get that early goal. But here's the opportunity maybe for Quincy, but that one's just out of the reach of Vin Verlo coming down the far sideline there.
So, you see the tactical move there. They wait, then they hit you with a direct ball. It could be dangerous. And if it's played well and that ball's just a little bit better, that's really dangerous for Quincy to get in.
Dokaj here trying to work down the far sideline. And Tyler, you've got a little bit of that foreshadowing coming that if Quincy's going to get one here with the way they're going to play is currently, it's going to be on a counterattack.
Yeah, could be real quick. Maybe instead of a possession, they just knock one over the top like they just did there. Where Rockhurst is going to play direct. They have these good forwards up here that they're just going to go off of. McGee checking back well.
And there's one right there. Verbonic working to bring this one up. He'll chip it over into McGee, but not able to get on the end of that one. Well defended by Quincy once again, and these center backs for the homestanding side have been fantastic thus far working against McGee. That time defended by Ragsdale, the man that you mentioned just a moment ago.
Yeah, you can see some game plans definitely unfolding here in the first half. Good individual effort there by Seifert.
Seifert exactly working well there to try to get something developed here for Quincy. Maybe here's the opportunity now for Quincy to get something going, but that one just laid off too far that time by Ortno. Nobody unable to get on the end of that one. Poor touch that time.
Jake Bond's been making this run out here on our side, the press box side, consistently throughout this first half. He may be dangerous. Obviously, Quincy University very comfortable with pushing both of their wingbacks forward.
That's something that we have seen with Bond, as you mentioned, quite commonly throughout this game, and he'll possess right now. He'll look to serve this one up, and here's maybe an opportunity here for Jordan Roberts. He's got one other man forward. That's Vin Verlo. He'll look for support here coming. Ooh. Take a step inside. Excellent move across the face of goal, but no one's there. Vin Verlo had pulled up into the center of the box. No one home on the far side and unable to put that one away.
Well, there's the one-on-one abilities that Coach Toko talked about that Quincy has, and that was just a great move by Roberts and a great cross.
Fantastic step.
Last time they got a shot on goal and a good save had to be made, so they're very dangerous.
Rockhurst, of course, we mentioned it. We've keyed on McGee quite a bit. This is a program that's put out a couple of MLS players, and we'll talk about that in just a moment here after the corner kick. This one served up into the box and not able to quite get up for that one. It bounced off the head of John Schreiber, not quite able to elevate and redirect that one on target.
And we think he got the first one, too.
He did. He was the one that put that one on frame on Duncan when Duncan was forced to make an excellent save to keep the Rockhurst Hawks off the board. Thus far, that the only challenge, I believe, by Rockhurst on Quincy, but they have had a couple of other shots that have gone well wide thus far in this ball game. Quincy, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, just the one so far put on goal.
Yeah.
By Vin Verlo early on.
Yep.
Throw incoming, trying to get that one into McGee to flick that on, but not able to do so. Seifert will bring it the other way, and they'll have nothing of that with the officials. Not liking what he saw that time for Verbonic, and that will be a foul call. And a free kick taken from near the center line. And as we mentioned, this Rockhurst program putting out a couple of MLS players, and not necessarily reserves that we're talking about either. These are guys that maybe in some MLS households might be household names, especially up in the Vancouver area. If you are, of course, familiar at home with...
yeah, absolutely. Diego Gutierrez is near us here. He played for Kansas City and the Chicago Fire. They currently have some other players in the MLS. Tommy Henneman is currently playing for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Kyle Miller is currently with Sporting KC.
Yeah, so definitely, of course, this program, and both these programs for that matter, putting out quality programs year after year, both at the Division II level, both formerly of the NAIA. If you are not familiar with this level of soccer at home.
The most famous of all those names might be the head coach, though, Tony Tocco, ranked second in all-time wins among intercollegiate men's soccer coaches with 624 victories.
That's at any level, and that's certainly impressive. That's what I mentioned. That's what I mentioned to him when I was able to talk to him before the game, speaking to one of the living legends in collegiate coaching in Tony Tocco.
He's guided the Hawks to 6 NCAA national tournament appearances, and when they were in NAIA program, 17 national tournament trips.
Quincy looking to move quickly here. Bond will try to swing it in, but well headed away. But an opportunity coming here. Tried to put it right back on frame. Deflected away by a Rockhurst defender. Quincy tried to set something up there, but unable to do so. And now here come the Rockhurst Hawks back out on the break. McGee wanted that ball going forward, but unable to corral it with Verbonic. But now they'll work with McDonald on this near sideline. Getting windy out here at Legends Field. As the assistant referee in front of us will call McDonald off that ball, we'll have Quincy ball the other way. 24 minutes to go here in the first half. 2013 Torbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week here on NCAA TV. I'm Kyle Robbins alongside Tyler Tomlinson here in Quincy, Illinois for a fantastic matchup here in the GLVC NCAA Division II Soccer. Cool Sunday afternoon. We just got done watching the 1 o'clock NFL games because that one got boring. Tune in here with us as we're looking to put one on frame. McDonald coming with not much of an angle, but still challenging Duncan there. Excellent hands by him to keep Rockhurst off the board once again. Quincy will look to rebound here quickly. Coming the other way, Roberts, who had that fantastic step-over move here earlier, but unable to do anything with it, and back the other way here for Rockhurst.
Yeah, I think he's proven right now. He's pretty good on the ball. Roberts, good 1v1 player, very technical, kind of creative in his own way as well. He's going to be a dangerous player if you get him in a one-on-one chance.
Roberts moving here for Quincy up top quite a bit, working along this near sideline. And that's no question going to be a foul, and we might see a card here coming, as the head official will have nothing of that from Paul Dean. Of course, we could clearly see the jersey pull right in front of us. Here's Roberts working once again, trying to set something up here for Quincy. It'll be pulled all the way back to Bond. He'll try to serve this one up to Verlo, but just over the top of his head, and here will come Guillet for Rockhurst. Out on the break, and an opportunity here for McGee. Not able to get that one, though, out enough in front of him. And Quincy doing pretty much an excellent job thus far on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Even that time, it was once again double-teamed by Ragsdale. The other center back as well, Garvalia, and they were able to stop McGee once again.
So far, quiet on the scoreboard thus far here in Quincy, Illinois.
Pretty evenly matched game. Rockhurst slight advantage with shots.
Between two squads that do know each other very, very well. Quincy now looking to serve something up here.
Ages right here.
They'll pull it all the way back, and as you mentioned, very, very content to work slowly from the back on the build-up.
You Christmas cards.
Working here, trying to get something into Verlo on that run, but well marked by Guillet. That one wasn't going anywhere. And Rockhurst will look to work back quickly, but not able to do so. Bond on the defense.
Nice win.
The one-time move around him, but not able to get that one into Roberts. But as you mentioned there, Tyler, an excellent move by Bond, and he's been kind of a key here up this near side thus far.
Yeah, he's playing a lot of field over here. He's getting forward, he's getting back, he's making plays defensively, he's getting himself into the attack. He's been pretty dangerous.
And it looks like we will have a foul call here, and that one will come on Quincy as they look to attack that one-on-one down in the corner there. That's on Zavani Dokaj, the freshman out of Christian Brothers in St. Louis. Exactly 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Hope you're enjoying this one at home.
A lot of St. Louis products for this Quincy team, and St. Louis is 2 hours or less down the road, south of Quincy.
Really, and really quite a soccer hotbed for most of the country here. St. Louis, of course, with such a soccer tradition. No professional soccer in St. Louis right now, but
hard to imagine, but there isn't.
But certainly with the proud history of soccer in that city, the impressive showing that was put on by Manchester City, and I believe was it Chelsea as well this summer. Would hope to see that coming back to a city that deserves it.
And Rockhurst would argue that we have just as good of soccer, if not better, in Kansas City.
In Kansas City, you can't argue against the atmosphere. I've had the pleasure of taking one in out there at KC, and unbelievable soccer here being played in the heartland in these two metropolitan areas that these two teams primarily recruit out of.
Yep.
Here's an opportunity here for McDonald. Bringing on the build-up here. He'll try to make a step-over move and push down inside the 18. And Tony Toko is not happy about not seeing a whistle on that one.
Well, I think his argument there would be the extended arms. It wasn't just contact. There was extended of the arms. It could have given a penalty kick pretty early. Not early anymore, but in the first half here, that could have been a difference maker.
Tyler,
I think he's got an argument.
I'll put you on the spot. If you're wearing the yellow jersey in the middle there,
I might make that call.
That's one I think many in this stadium surprised to not hear the whistle there.
It was a good move. He got around the corner and
looking to rebound though, quickly working once again in the box, once again on his behind McDonald.
And all of a sudden, McDonald causing problems.
Of course, McDonald very active early, as has been McGee for Rockhurst. But here comes Roberts, the man with plenty of one-on-one ability here for Quincy, trying to work one-on-two and not able to do so.
A little different one-on-two.
He can beat one guy, maybe not two. That's a little bit more of a difficult task. Needed some support that time. Here's Vint Verlo working on Seifert. They'll play it out wide here to the man coming up from the back, but that one's just out of his reach, and Mook.
That was the right idea. Right idea. Once again, Quincy University being patient and wanting to get their wingbacks very much involved in this game, and had an opportunity there. Not the right pass.
A little bit of a quicker playing surface playing on this field turf as well might be an adjustment for the players. Roberts will have one from way out. That one might be worth 3 points in the other type of football, but that will be worth none here, well over the top of goal.
Well, once again, maybe that was just Quincy trying to get some shots on goal, mix it up a little bit rather than waiting for that perfect opportunity. Why not try one? It doesn't hurt anything right there.
Tyler, would you be surprised at all at halftime if Mike Carpenter made any adjustments in terms of this playing style? Because it seems Quincy has struggled to develop in that offensive attacking third thus far.
Well, I don't think he wants to play more direct because the last thing he wants to do is play into Rockhurst style. So he mentioned it to us before the game that it's who's going to impose whose will on the other team, and they don't want to change the way they're playing. Rockhurst isn't going to start possessing the ball, so I wouldn't see that quite yet. Especially if they get in a half and still 0-0, they'd be happy with that.
No reason to panic whatsoever here with just inside 17 to go here in the first half. And with these center backs of Quincy doing such a fantastic job on McGee, McDonald playing up top as well, and also for Rockhurst Verbanich. Quincy has been rock solid at the back line thus far. Robertson Verlo, though, looking to work for Quincy up top as well. This one will come near side and try to work to Roberts here inside once again, but he's unable to get a touch on that one. Played back out here to McDonald as Rockhurst will look to restart and try to get something going here. Game quieting down just a bit. No chances here coming in about the last 5 minutes.
A little change here from Rockhurst. They had a chance to hit a direct ball in from the wing, and I heard Coach Toko say, let's possess. So, and they have.
McGee, of course, not exactly playing completely on top. Notice him sagging back into the formation a little bit, wanting, as you mentioned earlier, to play a little bit more of that target forward role. Not necessarily been able to use his size and speed thus far. But maybe here's the opportunity. Flicked on, an opportunity to get it to McGee inside the box, but not able to get on that one is Scapola. Now he will, but back across the face of goal, but that one's easily defended by Bond and back out of play.
So a different approach there by Rockhurst, I think paid off there. Possessed a little bit in the backfield, able to get the number slowly forward, then played a ball in, had a 1-2, a little different style.
Substitutions coming on here for Rockhurst. McDonald will come off. On will be Jake Grimes, the senior from Chesterfield, Missouri, right out of that St. Louis area. Also coming on will be Michael Moncada, and as well, Chi Nafwang out of Richton Park, Illinois. Moncada out of Springfield, Missouri.
I thought McDonald really had good minutes there.
Most of the players on both these rosters out of course, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, almost exclusively.
Yep.
An area that you're very familiar with, of course.
Absolutely. And that's,
And as we mentioned earlier, there's nothing wrong at all with recruiting from those areas primarily, and that's one of the reasons we've seen such success with both these programs forever.
My institution, Culver Stockton's just 20 minutes from Quincy, and primarily most of our players are from the St. Louis area as well.
Quincy looking to build forward here, try to get something going as the officials will whistle over Joe Couch, have a word with him, trying to keep this one under control. The inter-conference rivalry here.
Nice turn.
Vent Verlo with the excellent touch, as you mentioned. Over to Roberts in the middle. He'll try to hold this up here. Roberts in many ways playing a similar sort of role as McGee on the other side thus far.
Just deeper. He's tucked in more of a false nine. He's kind of sitting underneath, finding gaps.
Quincy with a quick opportunity off that set piece, and that one once again will go sailing into the netting over the top of goal. Taking that one that time for the Quincy Hawks was Steve McEnany. And that one was a little bit of a wishing attempt.
Yeah, he's kind of been quiet today. They've been kind of going around him. But once again, the way Rockhurst kind of bypasses that area of the field, playing over top of him, we may not hear his name called as many times today as normal.
And we'll have a whistle here for a stoppage of play. A foul off the ball. On that time, I believe we'll have that call on Rockhurst, Austin Tierney.
Yeah.
Coming forward, though, quickly, Verlo trying to work down in the corner, and we will have a corner kick opportunity for Quincy.
Yeah, the foul by Tierney just probably wasn't the best decision right there. It was almost called before the ball was even kicked. Next thing you know, Quincy's got a quick restart. They have a corner kick. Silly fouls can come back to hurt you.
Grabbing a handful of jersey or a handful of body part right in front of the official, not always the best decision. In swinging cross, coming way out this time, not able to do anything with it is Quincy, and here comes an opportunity for McGee if he can get to it, but just out of his reach. Just inside 12 to go here in the first half. Throwing down the line to Roberts, he'll look to work 1-on-2 again. As that will be, we'll have the flag coming back the other way here. Substitution as well for Rockhurst. Seisner will enter. He's a senior out of Hazelwood, Missouri, another guy out of the Christian Brothers program in St. Louis. Throw-in coming from Rockhurst down the sideline. Flicked on here, taken away by Quincy, trying to work off Roberts, playing in that, as you mentioned, that kind of dropping into the formation, trying to work and develop something here in the offensive third for Quincy. And they'll come all the way back to Duncan as he'll try to serve something up to Seifert. Flick on. Here's a chance for Roberts. Excellent touch to bring that one down. And he'll try to break forward here. Maybe have a shot on goal. Excellent touch. One time. Great save by Rockhurst Ryan Bass to keep that one out of the back of the net.
I'll tell you what, Roberts is special. I thought he lost the ball 2 times during his run to goal, and he still got an amazing shot off. I mean, he can beat people one-on-one. He's got the long legs. The ball just never leaves his foot.
Jordan Roberts certainly making an argument for having one of the best touches, best first touches in all of Division II soccer. Rockhurst now a little bit on the back foot. A little bit of the run of play switching up here as Quincy's, as you mentioned, Tyler, being patient, trying to develop, and of course, as I mentioned it, Rockhurst comes back the other way. But that patience now kind of paying off here for Quincy.
Yeah, it has definitely. Now they've kind of found ways to break down the Rockhurst defense. Of course, when one guy takes on 2 guys and beats them both and gets a shot off, there's nothing tactical about that.
Individual talent helps the coaching, right?
It goes a long way.
Here's a long throw coming on this time for Rockhurst, but not able to do anything with it. It'll come all the way back out. They'll serve it up again, try to switch fields with it. Not able to do much. Tierney to McGee. Flip this one over, back to Tierney. He's got a little bit of time and space. Try to chip it in. Bounce around here a little bit. And Rockhurst not able to do anything with it thus far. Tierney will try again. Just not able to link up seemingly thus far with anybody else inside the box once Rockhurst gets down here, just seemingly getting packed in. Of course, as I mentioned, now having a chance was one of the new substitutions, I believe. If we can get that number down there on the far sideline. Yeah, that was Moncada, as we mentioned, just entering the ball game.
Well, Quincy's doing a really good job as the ball nears the 18 of compacting their defense, so it really closes the gaps for Rockhurst. But, when you go at it long enough, just as they did, they were able to find an opportunity, unable to score. I feel like Duncan should have had that ball, but it kind of just skipped off his hands.
McGee will come off. Panarisi will replace him for Rockhurst, as they'll battle for possession here in their offensive third. Finally trying to be brought away here by Quincy, but not able to do so thus far. Bond will finally serve one up. Try to link up here with Roberts again. Lay it off for Seifert, and here's Quincy on the counter. They're trying to get that in Roberts, try to play through him every time, and that's certainly not a bad idea at all for Carpenter's squad. Inside 7.5 to go here, first half. Kyle Robbins, Tyler Tomlinson along with you. This is 2013 Turbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NCAA TV. Quincy, Illinois, the site today, Legends Stadium. The site of 11 NAIA national championships between the years of 1966 and 1981. As we get a little chippy here on the far sideline, we'll have a stoppage of play. It looks like we will see a card here coming out. Or maybe a talking to from the officials. I believe involved in that scuffle will be...
I believe it's 10 and 11.
That is for Rockhurst. That's Sisner, who just came on. So already making his impact felt in this one. And then Roberts involved, of course, for Quincy, and then as well, Justin Ortnell for the Hawks in black. But here's a long set piece opportunity here for Rockhurst, trying to fire one in. Got an opportunity into the back of it. Net for Rockhurst. The substitution, Nafwan, the Illinois native, And that's a strike into the back of the net. As I lost my headset, got so excited then.
Well, that was a good ball played in, and as we said, Rockhurst has been very dangerous on any sort of restart. Balls played in, it's just one of those where it comes out and he was probably salivating to hit that ball. It was a volley opportunity, and he just one-timed it right in the back of the net. Really good finish.
Unmarked, nobody in a black jersey anywhere around him.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was the second ball, and those are really desperate situations when you get inside the 18. If the ball's going to be popped up like that, you got to win that second ball.
And Sheena Fwong out of Richton Park, Illinois, Rich Central High School, puts the Rockhurst Hawks on the board in this GLVC matchup. The number 16 team in the country taking control of this one just a little bit.
So a good substitution there for Coach Toko, getting one of his reserves to get a goal.
You know, there may be a reason he is the second winningest coach of all time in collegiate soccer. As we will hang with you here, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Long throw incoming here for Rockhurst, trying to get one more on the board, but Duncan out. Excellent job to get that one out of the air.
That was the first real dangerous threat off of a long throw, and they've been trying, but I was going to say maybe they should try something different, but hey, keep plugging away on those long throws, you might get something. Well,
here's an opportunity for Quincy to put one away, but an excellent job coming from the back, George Skevington, and we mentioned it, this guy was the GLVC Defender of the Week for a reason.
I thought he was
showing
beat.
It there.
And then I thought he was beat. His left leg comes around the top side of the offensive player and was able to just clear that ball. Otherwise, we got a one-on-one on goal. What a heads-up play by Skevington there.
Pete Condell, the Evansville, Indiana native, was looking to put that one away, but didn't even notice Skevington probably coming from his backside. But Quincy will have an opportunity here. Vent Verlo trying to serve one up, coming across the top of the box and not able to put it away. Cleared out by Rockhurst here.
They don't have Skevington's height listed here on our roster sheet, but I would venture to guess he's the tallest guy on the field.
Called 6'3".
You got 6'3"?
I get a height.
All right.
Sometimes they give me those things. Other times we're guessing it here. 6'3", 6'6", something like that. But Skevington listed as 6'3" on the program, but his impact that time much larger. Header on this time from Rockhurst, trying to tack on a second one here with 4 minutes to go in this first half.
I'll tell you what, I like Jake Bond here in the right back position. He works hard. I mean, he's a gamer, you can tell for sure.
Excellent move here by Jake Grimes, another one of the substitutions. Tierney now working on this far sideline. Sissener's over there alongside Guillet. Guillet now trying to work off Moncada. But work this far sideline now. Rockhurst a little more content to sit with this lead now. Not wanting to press a ton. 3.5 to go here before the half.
Yeah, and for a while now, they've had a majority of the run of the play, has Rockhurst. You could tell they got a little lift from the goal as well. Come out, gave them a little burst of energy.
But almost had that one turned against them if it weren't for Skevington's excellent tackle from behind. But, you know, there's so many times when you make that tackle from behind, so easily to go into the book, so easily to get that foul. But he certainly did that very well. Here's another opportunity, though, to get on the board for Rockhurst. Tierney serving this one up, trying to work off the goal scorer Nawang, and they'll have a set-piece opportunity coming up for about 23. Hang with us here. As we'll take this one from, we said about, we'll have a, hold on, as we'll have a stoppage of play. Gonna get a booking, I believe, on the bench coming up. Mike Carpenter's going to see a yellow. He was not happy with that foul call at all.
You know, I'm not sure really myself what the foul was. It was a really soft tackle.
It was not one to us that
it didn't stand out.
It didn't stand out.
We've seen some hard hits here in the middle of the field. That was not comparable as far as hard hits go, and especially I think Coach Carpenter's most frustrated if you're going to call something soft where it's been called, right here outside the 18. So now we're at about 30 yards out. Tierney on the ball.
Tierney on it. Also there is Jake Grimes. He'll step off of it now. Tierney's going to be the one to take it. Looks like Tierney might put this one on frame, and then Rockhurst is going to look to crash off the rebound. And that one's booted. That one about hit my car.
Out to Jack McKenzie Road.
That one from Tierney got caught up in that wind and floated well over the goal. And that wind certainly a factor here in Quincy's favor. See if Duncan can put a big boot into this one, but temperature's dropping. Well, that wind picking up, but at least there's no rain, right?
It could really work into Rockhurst's favor as direct as they play in the second half.
Here's an opportunity coming here for Seifert trying to work off of Roberts. Not able to do so, and it will be another opportunity. Great wraparound run coming here from Guillet, as he'll put a shoulder into a Quincy defender over on that far sideline. Quincy trying to pull one back here with just 90 seconds to go here before half. Seifert now. He'll serve this up. Verlo is there, but that one's well off his line. And Grimes will come the other way. Now playing up top, of course, is the goal scorer, Nafwang. Also is Moncada. He'll try to play one across here. To the far side, Panarisi is looking for it on that far post, but not able to do so. Well defended by Quincy. Just 60 seconds here to go in the first half. Tyler, thoughts in the first half as a whole thus far, unless we see one more opportunity here for Rockhurst, which that one will no problems going to Duncan's hands.
Yeah, well, I think Rockhurst's energy really picked up, especially when they brought on their reserves. They really came in with a lot of pace and gave some different problems to this Quincy defense, and I think that so far has been the difference, obviously.
They'll keep that energy up right here. Nafwang will try to put one on again, but not quite able to get a full foot on that one. If he could, he might have seen his second volley strike in the back of the net of this game.
Absolutely, and he's found himself in some really good places, so I give him credit being in the right place at the right time a couple times now.
Mike Carpenter and Quincy squad probably happy to get off the field here, and we're going to see a stoppage of play, and probably might see a yellow come out for delay of game. No, not quite.
I believe he's asking for 5 seconds on the clock. We're at 3.5 seconds. Once again, NCAA rules, we just played a 0, and then the half ends. There's no extra time determined by the official. So Quincy can have a go here.
Quincy will try to have a go here from way out. Call it probably 40 yards. The man that will take this one will be McEnany. And that one will go off the face of Tierney. They'll try to put it on goal. That one will go well into the woods, and that is halftime here from Quincy, Illinois. The score at half between the Hawks. Rockhurst 1, Quincy nothing. Tyler, we just talked about it a little bit. Thoughts in the first half, or we'll start with the goal-scoring team in Rockhurst.
Yeah, Rockhurst definitely imposed their will in the game. I thought they wanted to play direct. They came out. They were able to get chances early. They really threw numbers forward very well. As I said, I think the change in bringing in some reserves really gave them that extra edge there in the first half. Good substitutions for Coach Toko. Ultimately, I'm not seeing that Quincy would change their style of play going in the second half. Obviously, they're going to go against the wind, so playing possession soccer may benefit Quincy a little bit in the second half. But once again, Rockhurst, I thought just a lot more energy in that one.
Certainly, and then of course you mentioned Quincy not necessarily wanting to change. their style of play. But now playing from behind in the second half, if you've got to make an adjustment, you're a soccer coach. Your squad, you're in this position. What do you say at halftime, especially if you're a team like Quincy that does like to build up slowly from the back?
Well, you definitely have to find the wingbacks. We saw the wingbacks making runs for sure. Jake Bond, one of them, getting runs in behind. So I thought for him to get more involved, maybe the opposite side wingback as well, Mook to get involved. I think that Quincy University will be able to get their numbers forward and get more opportunities if they do that. So getting those wingbacks involved would be key. That's what I'm talking about if I'm Coach Carpenter.
So at halftime here from Quincy, Illinois, the Rockhurst Hawks 1, the Quincy Hawks 0. This is the 2013 Turbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NCAA TV, presented by the NCAA and Admiral Soccer. Thank you.
Thank you.
See that?
It's cold.
Ready to hop underneath there, Coach. What's that?
Northwestern State, Notre Dame of Ohio, Lewis, St. Edward, and UC San Diego rounding out the top 10.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure, and I think that for Coach Carpenter, he rose to the occasion. They've continued their good play this season, so just because the face of Quincy University soccer stepped down, the tradition still lives on with a new coach.
And that is something for this Quincy program, what they've built over time. Mike Carpenter, people always mention, no matter the sport, you say you never want to be the guy after the guy. You want to be the guy after the guy after the guy. But Mike Carpenter, living up to the pressure so far, taking this squad to the NCAA tournament last year, and having a very solid season in the GLVC thus far. We'll try to pull one back here in the second half. To tie things up with Rockhurst, and like we said, we talked about it before the game, but if you weren't with us, this Rockhurst program is really in many ways, especially at the coaching staff, Dr. Tony Toko, the hallmark of Division II soccer in any ways. The second winningest program, or second winningest coach in the country.
Yeah.
43 years at the helm, and just such a charismatic guy when we had the chance to speak to him before the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and respectful even at that. And with such a legend on the sideline, you're going to have a good squad out there that's going to be prepared no matter the situation, no matter the place. So for them, they even had a big win this season at number 9 Drury when they won 1-0. So overall for this season, Rockhurst, they're not going to be afraid of anybody. And even though they are technically the favorite in this match, they didn't put any disrespect out there. They knew that this was going to be a challenge, especially coming on the road to Quincy. Both teams playing on a Sunday schedule, as the GLVC often does. Not sure. Both coaches had something to say about that, which I thought was interesting before the game as far as scheduling goes. But they know it's the same for both teams, so that's obviously no excuse that there's only one day in between these matches for both coaches. But once again, Coach Toko, a legend in his own right, and definitely has the team right now that has the ability to win this conference, in my opinion.
Well, more generally, as you mentioned, that Friday, Sunday scheduling, that's something we see so often at this college soccer level, ranging up from the NAIA level to the D1 NCAA level. I'll ask you, as a coach, when you've got that turnaround time, well, you're putting you on the hot seat here for a second. Your opinion.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with Coach Toko in the way that he put it. Is he had to spend his week preparing his team for their style of play, and that was the most important thing. You can't overlook your Friday opponent because you have someone on Sunday. So what you do Saturday is you just talk tactics. It's hard to go out and practice tactics because your guys need a day of rest. Rest is so important, and in soccer it's often neglected. So having that day of rest is very important. So I agree with him is that you just have to make sure that your team is prepared to play your style. Understand your opponents, know who they are, know their strengths, know your game plan. Outside of that, you have to play your style. And if you take that and how it's been applied to this game, I think that Rockhurst has definitely imposed their will a little bit more than Quincy has in the first half of play.
Mike Carpenter having some final words here before the second half with his guys thus far. We're about 60 seconds before having the kickoff of play. Those Hawks will get their hands in. Mike Carpenter, of course, picked up that yellow in the first half, and got to be careful to keep his mouth quiet on the sideline. Don't want to get that red and get sent off before the end of the game.
I will tell you this. I played against Mike Carpenter in high school. He was a goalkeeper, and we were at rival high schools. And then my senior year of college, he was on the coaching staff that I played for. So I played against him, and I played for him. So I know Coach Carpenter very well. So if he's to get a yellow card, it's probably warranted.
It's probably warranted.
He's not going to fly off the handle. He's a very relaxed, cool, calm guy. So I think he was even confused. It might have been someone else that said something because I did see him ask if it was for me or the bench.
Yeah.
It's me. Okay, I'll take it.
That was the thing that we mentioned about that call. Of course, that one coming in his reaction to, or the bench's reaction, should we say, to that foul call with just about 2 minutes to go, where Rockhurst nearly put a second one on the board. We didn't see much there either. But hey.
I would be a bit concerned about any free kick right now as well because Rockhurst definitely has the advantage going towards goal on any restart. So, for Coach Carpenter to get worried about that, it's okay, I think.
Temperature dropping just a little bit here in Quincy, Illinois, on the banks of the Mississippi River here. And do you call it West Central Illinois? Is that right?
Yep.
Here in West Central Illinois, dropping down, get set for the second half of soccer here from Legend Stadium. Quincy and the 16th ranked Rockhurst Hawks set to go. Already Quincy looking to move quickly. Rockhurst looking to move quickly. They'll put one on frame, but that one's no problem. Taken away by Duncan.
Verbanich really quickly moving through the middle of the field, has an opening, took a good shot. Rockhurst coming out with that energy we talked about in the first half of play.
Verbanich, McGee, of course, guys that worked very, very well together in the first half, but they weren't the ones that got the payoff, of course. The goal scorer, of course, from Rockhurst was the man, Che Naflong, coming on as the super sub almost putting 2 on really in that first half.
Yeah, his first one was a beautiful finish, really solid strike on a volley. A second opportunity, just mishit off the foot, but once again, it was another volley opportunity.
Here comes an opportunity for Roberts. Those excellent touches once again, trying to get something going on goal, but not able to get there, as the goalkeeper for Quincy, Ryan Bass, beat him out to that ball.
Well, Rockhurst defense doing a good job there of tracking back. There was almost a miscue where Roberts had a chance.
Might want to see, we talked about it, if Mike Carpenter gets a little bit impatient coming, as we just nearly had all of our equipment here taken out in the box. But a man down here for Rockhurst as we'll have a stoppage of play. That is Matt Collier, the defender. The 6'1" freshman from Lee Summit, Missouri, out of Summit Christian Academy. Down holding his knee, but he will look to be all right, I believe, and he'll stay on the pitch.
Gave a thumbs up to the referee. I think that I wish I could have told you what happened there, but the ball flying up into the press box.
We were in a little bit of danger here, yeah. There's expensive equipment up here that I was a little concerned that was going to end up on the floor for a second. But we're all good. Guille will take the throw in here right in front of us. Trying to get this one in. It'll come back to Roberts. Well defended by Quincy. And I believe we'll get a call for dangerous play there.
Yeah.
A high boot coming up. Was that the whistle that was? Are we seeing the same thing as the man in yellow?
I'm not sure. I think that the player missed the ball completely, possibly, and got all foot. Because both players came in with their cleats up. So he's starting to call a little bit tighter now. Players are just going to have to adjust.
Certainly, of course, we did have a little bit of that shoving match in that first half as the ball goes sailing over an opportunity from Vint Verlo. The hometown guy here, the Quincy, Illinois native.
Quincy High School product.
As the rain starts to come down once again here. Been off and on all day here in Quincy, Illinois. The rain, the cold.
We just can't avoid it.
Can't stay warm enough, can't stay dry enough today. Bass will put a boot into this one as Rockhurst trying to get that brace. Give themselves a little bit of breathing room against this homestanding squad. McGee looking to work 1-2. This time cutting inside to Rossi. Not able to do anything with it. As we'll try to switch fields. And I believe getting on the end of that one was Matt Collier.
Good defending there. Good defending by Collier, able to track down Roberts. Here's
another opportunity for Rockhurst. Can't quite get it going though. Both teams still trying to seemingly feel each other out here a little bit in the second half. Waiting for one team to sort of take control of possession here. Coming back the other way for Quincy. Pretty well defended that time by DeRossi. But another opportunity coming here for Quincy unrelenting.
Good quick play up the sideline right there. It led to this corner opportunity for Quincy. I'll give them credit. They moved the ball quickly.
They'll take a short corner coming all the way up to take this one. Trying to put a hit on it was Dylan Mook, but not able to do much as it goes out for Rockhurst defender and back over the touch line.
As I said, I think Quincy getting those wingbacks more involved, Mook and Bond, I think are going to give them more opportunities, and that's what Coach Carpenter wants.
Quincy just been a little bit sloppy at times with the ball and possession thus far. Roberts, though, has not been. Man's been fantastic on the ball all night, but he can't beat two guys. Guille will take that one away. McGee coming back the other way, down the sideline here for DeRossi. Laid off to McDonald. He's got one-on-one. He's got McGee open in front of goal making a run. He'll try to beat the one-on-one. Cross inside, off the head of Duncan laid out in front of a goal. It would have been a sitter if McGee could have got there, but well cleared away.
Yeah, we had a little miscue on the sideline by the wing back, and McDonald, who caused problems in the first half, was able to get around the corner, put one in. Had he slotted in just a bit more, might have had another goal for Rockhurst.
Long throw. Rockhurst does like these long throw opportunities. We'll try to get this one in here to head on. Not able to be too productive with it. They will come all the way to the back and out of play. As, of course, this wind stays up, blowing now still out of that, looks like northwest to southeast, kind of coming across the field a little bit. Guillet will take the throw. Trying to get that one into Verbanich, but not able to do anything with that. Verbanich out of Kansas City, Piper High School. Rockhurst now looking like they're trying to keep something on goal, but not able to put that one on frame.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Kyle, that Quincy's passing hasn't been the best. A couple of miscues here and there, and these turnovers in the midfield are starting to add up and allowing Rockhurst to really counter quickly.
At some point, Tyler, do you consider a little bit of a tactical change with Quincy? How late do you, I guess, play Mike Carpenter's style with what he drew up before the game before you start to look at something different here at this point?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to press the panic button quite yet, but I did notice one of their first opportunities second half, they did try to play Roberts over the top, which was different for them.
DeRossi here with a quick step over. He'll look to swing this one inside, but well over the head of McDonald that time. McGee still trying to battle for it, but not able to. And maybe here's an opportunity for Quincy off a throw-in coming.
Not a bad chance for Rockhurst. McDonald made a near post run, ball went far post. Just need to be on the same page there.
Been a couple times where Rockhurst has had those opportunities, has just not had somebody at home on the opposite side.
And I think that the difference for Quincy on their crossing opportunities is it's usually one guy in the box against three. Numbers advantage usually favors Rockhurst's defense.
It's usually been Jordan Roberts versus everyone when they've had that opportunity. And he's had more success than he should even in those situations. The man is phenomenal on the ball, and he'll have an opportunity right here. He'll play this one this time into the corner, trying to swing one across is Dokaj, but not able to do so. But they will have a corner here, an opportunity for Quincy to maybe get something off a set piece since they can't get a lot going forward yet. Take an eye at who's in the box. That'll be Seifert's down there. Bond as well. Taking it in the corner will be Vint Verlo. This one's swinging in across the top of the box, and it will be Quincy not happy about something down there, but that one went off the head of Vint Verlo, I believe, or excuse me,
Ragsdale. But I think that
23, not 3.
Quincy's arguing that Ragsdale headed it off of a Rockhurst defender.
Dokaj was motioning to the assistant official, claiming that it went off a white jersey, but they'll have none of it. And back the other way, will Bass put a big boot into this one with the wind. McDonald trying to work to Verbanich. He'll work 1-on-2. Not a lot of support, and a little bit of changing in roles, and it's seeming like how these two teams are wanting to play in terms of Rockhurst content to sit a little bit back more with the lead here.
It wasn't a bad ball tried there by Quincy, but Skevington, he's playing well.
GLVC defender of the week for a reason, right?
That's right.
He's been excellent thus far. He did have the one opportunity of the challenge from behind, which was excellent in terms of saving the goal in the first half.
He's just got, he's got great size. He's got long legs, and that's really tough for a smaller forward to be able to get around.
Foul call there, and here's an opportunity for Quincy maybe to take another set piece from way out. Quincy has taken a number of these set pieces they have had, though, in some sort of a short form.
Yeah, they usually try to play quick, and that just relates back to their possession style.
McEnany will serve this one up, and this one's got an opportunity if someone can get on the end of it. Shot put on frame, just over the top of goal. Putting a boot into that one, I believe, was Ryan Seifert that took the volley at about hip level, and that one was inches.
Well, there's a really good second opportunity, and once again, that was very similar to Rockhurst's goal opportunity. That second ball pops out, one guy follows it in. Nobody
in the opposite colored jersey in the vicinity. Seifert could have a crack at that one with not much pressure and almost had a highlight reel goal. Out of play, throw in for Rockhurst will look to restart. And McGee here. He's been quiet since having quite a bit of run of play early. That target forward here for Rockhurst. Trying to work back down into him, seeming like trying to get him back more involved a little bit, Tyler.
Yeah, they probably need to. Right now, Quincy countering very quickly, though.
Challenge here for Seifert, looking to move it up quickly. Over to Dokaj, trying to work with Roberts in close proximity. We'll come all the way back out to McEnany. Roberts again. He'll try to work in not much space at all, fire it off the back of a Rockhurst defender. And
if you just take a glance right now, there seemed to be a bit of a balance problem for Quincy.
Yeah.
We'll really compact into that right side. Somebody's got to make a backside run here. Just give Quincy some balance.
Van Verlo will take this one. And as you mentioned, 3 or 4 or 5 guys in that area right there. They'll also pack in inside the box, though, for this corner, but that one's headed away, no problems. But it'll come right back to Van Verlo's second chance opportunity. Seifert header in. It'll come back to McEnany. Out on the side, swung in, headed away by Rockhurst, and Rockhurst wanted, I believe, a dangerous play call as that boot came up near the face of DeRossi, but they won't get it. But they'll still come away with possession right here. And we are now joined by the athletic director here of Quincy University. Happy to have you alongside, and nice to meet you here.
Pleasure to meet you
on the broadcast.
Sure.
And then, of course, Marty. First thing I guess I'll ask you alongside on the broadcast. First of all, beautiful facility here that you all are building here at Legend Stadium. For the folks at home, you all are just in the first phase. Take them through a little bit of what you guys are getting ready to do with this facility.
Right, about a year ago, Jack announced his retirement. Jack McKenzie. He's been here our coach for 43 years, and at that time we thought it was a great time to look to leaving his legacy to something to the future. And him and I had talked at length, and we thought upgrading the stadium would be the way to go. The alums got together and thought it would be nice to honor Jack by naming the field after him. So phase 1 became, off the heels of his retirement, McKenzie Field in the first phase of Legend Stadium. The second phase will include a walkway with a Walk of Champions with the 11 national championships he had won and all kinds of memorabilia. And then the third and final piece will be a new press box actually on the other side of the field on top of the locker room areas, which were constructed originally to be able to stack 2 more like buildings on top. So that will be the entire complex when it's done, and it'd be hard to say there'd be a better one in the country than that if we get that all done.
Certainly going to be a beautiful facility for Division II soccer, and this program, though, and it's first your program, the Quincy program, and what it has been. So as Rockhurst fires another one back into the net, McGee pulls one ahead 2-0, and unfortunate time to have Marty Bell here, the athletic director for Quincy, with us on the broadcast. Rockhurst pulling ahead now 2-0 here with 30:49 to go in the second half. But Marty, of course, bad timing a little bit here as we mentioned that.
All right.
But
still 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, this Quincy program, in terms of what it has meant with Jack McKenzie, for those that might not be familiar with home that are tuning in with our national audience, 11 national championships. Talk a little bit about, to the people at home, the pride in this program and then also what Mike Carpenter has done in terms of taking that over here in just his second season.
You know, Mike played for Jack, and then Mike coached for Jack for a number of years, and it was a very, very seamless transition to put Carp in that position. He's done a phenomenal job in his first year getting the NCAAs, and those are big shoes to fill, but he's been mentored so well over the years. And but when the field was dedicated 2 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago, the outpouring of Jack's former players and players that knew Carp and played with Carp all came back. It was a tremendous soccer weekend. We inducted 5 of those national champion teams into our Hall of Fame, and the soccer tradition here is unparalleled, really. You know, for us to have a facility like this and the tradition we have, you know, our soccer teams, both men and women, academically achieve at the highest levels out of all of our teams at the university. So we're doing it with the right kids, and they're doing it the right way, and it's just befitting that we have the support to put together a facility like this and keep these programs moving forward and to the next level, really.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, we're very happy to be here and have you joining us here, Marty, on this
Well, I
cool.
appreciate you having me on. Yeah, it's a little brisk today.
Cool Sunday afternoon.
It's a little cool.
That's why I said, hey, next time that we come down to Quincy, how about you guys turn up the heat a little bit for us, all right?
We'll try to do that. But
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me on.
Marty Bell,
Appreciate it.
Athletic Director, Quincy Hawks, Quincy University. Thanks so much for joining us, and happy to be here in Quincy, Illinois, with you. Kyle Robbins joining me once again. Here, Tyler Tomlinson. Tyler, and of course, while we've got the athletic director of Quincy on, Rockhurst tacks on another goal.
Well, and you had mentioned needing to get McGee more involved. Well, for the first time this game, he had a one-on-one, and we see what happens when he has a one-on-one. Takes a player on, gets a shot off, tucks it away. It was really simple. Well done by McGee. Very professional finish.
See if Rockhurst can tuck in another one right here on the set piece, and that one. A little bit of a challenge there for Duncan, but it just goes wide.
Well, I think the difference there for McGee's goal, they got him coming across the face of the center backs. He got wide, pulled one of them out only, had his opportunity to go one-on-one and took advantage of it.
We get the jinx of the broadcaster on there a little bit. Start talking about the proud tradition of Quincy soccer. Trying to get them to pull one back, and Marty Bell having to be on the air while Rockhurst tacks another one on. 2-0 Rockhurst over Quincy right now, 28:40 to go here. From West Central Illinois on the banks of the Mississippi River. 2013 Torbo Men's Soccer National Game of the Week, presented by the NSCAA and Admiral Soccer on NSCAA TV. Glad you're joining us. Hope you're warm at home, because we're not, and neither of these players on the field. But certainly the competition level about ready to heat up, maybe here with about just 30 minutes to go, if Quincy can pull one back. We mentioned not hitting the panic button earlier.
Yeah, we're about that point now where the panic button might need to be hit, but right now Quincy can't catch a break. A lot of breakdowns in the midfield. There's been 2-3 foul calls right now, so they just really need to get themselves organized again, have some composure, not let the game take them over, and find what's going to work for them.
Seaford trying to lay one off there to McEnany, but unable to do so.
He took one too many touches there, had his opportunity early, and then wanted to dribble the ball one more time, which was unneeded.
As another build-up coming here for Rockhurst. Just want to remind you as well, if you're viewing with us at home, the NSCAA College Showcase Series, the show every week. Want you to join us for that. Youth clubs and players want to be noticed by the top college programs, and the NSCAA can help through its partnership with elite tournaments. The NSCAA College Showcase connects you to the top college coaches, and you can show off your talents. Clubs, players, and college coaches can find more information at nscaa.com/events. Of course, many of these players probably participating in those combines as well. Excellent talent on the field tonight, but excellent local talent as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As we mentioned, most players coming from the St. Louis, Kansas City area. Even a couple Quincy players for Quincy. So a lot of local talent being showcased here throughout the Midwest here at Legend Stadium.
Quincy trying to tack one back on here. Jordan Roberts not going to get that foul call that he wanted just there on top of the box. He's been very active all night, but unable to tack one on there.
Some games you just don't get the breaks, and right now, they're not getting the breaks, is Quincy, so they're going to have to overcome that. As I said, they got to show some composure, show some resolve here, and continue to plug away. Once they get one, hey, they're right back in it.
As a coach, right now, is there anything that you can do, say, Mike Carpenter, any tactical changes that you can think of that you can make to get something going in the other direction right now?
Well, the mental game is the big part, as I said. It needs to be communicated to, hey, you're not out of this game. Just relax, continue to play the way we know how to play. The tactical change right now just needs to be better. Try to quick restart there. Going to ask for 10, so to make sure they get it. The tactical change, I think, right now, it's not necessarily a change. Quincy just has to be better in the midfield. They need to have more possession. They need to find feet. They need to continue to build up the way that they know how to build up and execute their style of play.
Swinging in this time for Quincy and not able to get that one up on goal. Seifert was trying to get up for it. A couple of other black jerseys there, not able to do so. As here come back the other way for Quincy. They'll try it again. Roberts trying to fire one in, but not able to maintain possession. McGee will come away here for Rockhurst. Trying to get a wraparound run here. And not able to do anything with it here.
And you've seen the difference with McGee. You notice where he's playing. And since he scored the goal, Coach Toko's brought him out. He's seeing a lot more action on the wings rather than just sitting right there in the middle as a target. Interchanging quite well with the other two attacking players, and that's causing problems for Quincy.
We saw him early playing in that center half. He almost exclusively played as that target forward position.
Yeah, so to get him interchanging with the wings was a really good chance there for Quincy, but a really good change for Coach Toko and Rockhurst.
And there was the chance for Quincy if someone could have been there to put it away. A ball sitting in front of goal that just Seifert had overran.
It always seems that there's just one guy in the box, and that's why I said if you can get the wing backs attacking Mook and Bond to where like Bond making a run right now, you can get another player in the box, and that makes it more dangerous.
Here's a chance for Roberts, putting one right into the belly of Ryan Bass, but no angle there once again, and that just seems to be the issue for Quincy. When they get chances, it's Roberts on his own trying to fire one in to beat Bass with not much of an angle. Quincy trying to pull one back here, give themselves a shot inside the last 20 minutes. Rockhurst getting ready to bring 4 brand new substitutions on.
And these are the gentlemen that caused the problems in the first half of play.
The super subs re-entering for Rockhurst, of course. You start with the goal scorer, Nafong. Also re-entering, I believe, Panarisi is in the ball game. Should be the same, I believe, same 4 that came on in the first half. Also, Jake Grimes and Nate Seisner.
I'll credit Rockhurst with some depth. They didn't. The level of play did not go down when they substituted. I would say it even went up in the first half. So we'll see if those reserves can come in right now and bring that same energy that they brought in the first half.
Here's one served up, a chance here for Quincy, but just not quite able to elevate to put one on the end of that. Here's another chance though for Roberts, as he'll try to get one off his foot, put it on frame, but it's defended away by a Rockhurst defender.
The Englishman, Roberts, very dangerous.
Where the hell are you going?
Roberts working one-on-one, trying to fire again. That one was peeling in.
It could have been dangerous.
Could have been dangerous, but just off the head of John Schreiber. You can hear Coach Toko down just below us, not happy with something that's going on in the field with his Hawks at the moment. Wanting them to clear that one away. But here's the break for them right now. Working this one, Panarisi. Trying to work this time with Seisner. But he was bounced off the ball that time. And a man that you've liked quite a bit in this ball game thus far. in Jake Bond.
Yeah, I just like the way he plays. You know, he's tough. He's hard to get past. He gets his play forward out of the wingback position.
Been a little more quiet though in the second half in terms of him coming forward.
Yeah, I've seen him and he and Mook on this side both make runs. Just haven't been rewarded very often.
Here's Tierney trying to work inside, but the foul call on McEnany.
And as I said, you know, it just doesn't seem like Quincy's getting very many breaks.
Wrong place, wrong time, it seems like, for Quincy. Of course, the first goal, if you're just joining us in the first half, pounded home on a volley off a bouncing ball around on a corner. Nafong unmarked on the far post, able to hammer that one home. And then the second, a run by McGee, one-on-one, able to put that one away. McGee will take this set piece as well from about 27 yards. Fired off the wall. It'll come back off. Well defended by Quincy. Guille will reserve it. And headed away by Quincy once again. Maybe they can get something going here. Here's Roberts. He's certainly the guy to watch for Quincy in this one. He'll try to beat it to the corner. And he is not able to win possession there, and we're going to see a card on something, you would think, on that takedown. Jordan Roberts not happy about something. He and I believe Skevington involved in a little bit of a skirmish over there. And the yellow will come out on... The yellow actually was issued against Rockhurst, Jake Grimes.
It must have been for something he did coming in after the fact.
Generally, the officials will tolerate a little bit of, you don't want to say a lot by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to see another booking here on Bond if he's not careful. But the officials generally are going to tolerate a little bit, but if you get involved after the fact, that's when you're going to see the punishment and the card come.
Yeah. And a lot of fouls and cards in general are retaliation bookings.
Coach Toko not pleased with something going on there, but
just trying to keep his bench calm. When you have the lead, there's no reason to get things out of hand. When you have the lead and you win, you got to win classy.
So to recap, with Rockhurst taking that one, the foul call was on Roberts. The card came then after the fact on Rockhurst Jake Grimes to keep you up to pace with everything here at home, as Rockhurst will come the other way. They've got an opportunity here, 3-on-2 if they can keep it ahead. McGee, this one's laid off to Tierney if he can get there. Excellently defended, getting to that ball. Garavalia.
Nice play.
And he's dinged up on that one, not getting up. Looks like grabbing the left ankle. Looks like he might have turned that one under. He'll try to walk it off and stay on. He certainly doesn't want to come off with his team down 2-0. And really, those center backs have done quite well thus far in terms of containing McGee. They've seen a lot of pressure. He, of course, and then also Ragsdale.
Yeah, those two have played well. I mean, the goals, the first goal off a restart, second goal coming, you could say technically from the wing. So they haven't been beat down the center of the field.
Here's one served up again here for Rockhurst, trying to hammer one home. Once again,
Skevington up in the box.
Skevington coming up and being active as well. The big man coming up from the back. You want to talk about solid defense?
He's been just that.
He has been the guy thus far for this Rockhurst ball club. At what point, if you're Quincy, do you start to press more men forward?
Well, they have, and that's why you've seen some of these quick transitions from Rockhurst is because Quincy has started to press a little bit more. I expect it to continue to get higher and higher as this last 18 minutes plays out.
Substitutions ready to enter. For Quincy, the ones that will be re-entering will be Seifert and also the man out of the state of Indiana, Pete Condell, the redshirt freshman from Evansville. This one played up to Roberts. He'll elevate. Roberts has a lot of class as we watch him get up for that one.
He got up really high there. A lot of athleticism.
The man's athletic. He's got a touch, but really just in this ballgame has not had much help at all.
He also hasn't had that one opportunity to showcase a great. I think he had one shot down in the first half.
How about right now? Roberts, just unable to bring that one down off the chest. But it did go off a Rockhurst defender, and there will be a corner opportunity. We almost set it up perfect.
That was going to be his best shot, and bad first touch, which we haven't seen from him. A poor first touch.
That's been the theme of the game is the fantastic touches and fantastic footwork of Roberts. Here's the opportunity though to get one on frame. But that will go over the top of goal, and it will be a goal kick here for Rockhurst. Quincy unable to do anything there. And that one's really, when you're down 2-0, Jordan Roberts, probably you want to say your best player getting an opportunity like that, somehow onside, somehow having time, space, everything you want, not able to bring it down and put it on frame.
We couldn't even draw that one up in training if we wanted to.
It's been that kind of day for the Quincy Hawks here. It's been cold, dreary, and overcast in Quincy, and it's been overcast and dreary for Quincy in this ball game. Unrelenting, though. Not going to give up at all in this one. Working that far sideline, Vin Verlo, trying to work into Roberts.
See, that's where I would have had that wingback pressed up a little higher.
Of course, Rockhurst now working these counter opportunities.
Good composure by the goalkeeper.
Coming out to play that one away. Here's now near side, and we'll have the foul call in the middle. And a stoppage. We're going to see a booking here on Rockhurst for that foul on
a little late.
Roberts. That one's going to go against Matt Collier.
But nonetheless, the last time when Rockhurst cleared the ball, and they found a flung over there, Bond wasn't pushed up on him. He had space, turned around, then Bond committed, eliminated himself from the play. Rockhurst had a counter. Why not have Bond pushed up higher? You're down 2-0. Go ahead and push him up. Not let him receive that ball. And once again, Quincy plays short.
Quincy playing short once again, trying to get something in there. Trying to hammer one home. Trying to give themselves a chance here in the final minutes. But you got to get one before you can have two. Coming outside to Bond here. He'll serve one up for Roberts to try to get on the end of it, but just over the top of his head. And it's been that kind of game of inches for Quincy here today.
25, who are you going in for? 25.
Working now on that far sideline once again will be Bonds. Brought all the way back here. To serve it up once again for Gavaglia. Seifert now. Trying to battle inside. Laid off. Trying to work to Roberts. Not able to do so. Now they'll get it to him. And as instantly as you can see Roberts come to that, still beat two defenders once again. Try to beat a third. Switch it up inside. Across the face. A goal. Shot! Just over the face. And missing on that one, I believe,
was McEnany.
Was McEnany.
Had a really good shot, but once again, what an individual effort by Roberts to beat about three defenders and serve it up.
My ensuing comment there before he got around him was, well, you can see the two defenders. He's going to have to beat two. And, of course, he does before I can even get the words out of my mouth. Beats a third and puts a cross in front that's got to be put away if you're Quincy.
And that was probably the best chance for a cross that we've seen Quincy have with numbers in the box.
Just been that sort of day for Quincy. But really, they've had the majority of the possession here in the second half.
Yeah. Rockhurst has been content to just counter.
Sit back, right.
And as I said at halftime, just knowing that they have the lead and protecting the lead, there's nothing wrong with that.
And especially once they got that second here at about the 30 minutes to go here in the second half. Very, very content to sit back and let the game come to them. Working back now, though, toward their offensive third of the field. McGee trying to work once again, but he'll have that one taken away. Quincy still fighting, not dead yet. 13 minutes here to go.
There's not a lot of flashy things about McGee's game. It's just pretty solid. You compare McGee and Roberts, and it's two different players. Completely
in terms of how they play. McGee's more of a size, strength, battle guy, target forward.
He plays simple.
Not Roberts.
No, there's nothing simple about his style.
Simple for the man on the ball right now is not what we describe. He's been putting on a clinic at his feet all night. Keep an eye on 14 when he's got the ball at feet.
Nice move there by Vinverlo.
But just not much help. And as we said, he can beat two guys, but that's not something you want to put your.
Don't always have to.
But you don't need. Not something that's always going to go your way, I guess, is what if you're gonna have to invest in it. Quincy now here still battling, trying to get something going forward, but just nothing coming.
No, a couple turnovers there, back to back by Ragsdale. Just couldn't find feet.
14, who you going in for?
Sun's starting to peek out here. Can Quincy peek one through as well? They'll go quickly here. They don't have numbers, but they'll work anywhere. McEnany brought down by the jersey. That's going to be a card, no question.
Yeah.
That one was clear. That will certainly, I would think, be at least a yellow, and yeah, we'll see that one come out. That card, no question, no doubt in anyone's mind in this place, you would think, on Lucas DeRossi. Grabbed a handful of jersey right in front of the official.
Is there such thing as a good foul?
I guess.
He was beat.
He was beat. Bring him down.
Right down the middle of the field, he was beat. Quincy hasn't had a lot of success on restarts. Might as well take your chances there. I don't know.
Quincy has been, fairly unsuccessful, as you mentioned, on the set pieces. They've been content to take them short. Let's see if they can drive one in here. McEnany, opportunity coming to the far post.
Good clear.
That time, but very, very well cleared by Matt Collier. He was looking for Eddie Ragsdale on that one, but not able to get on the end of it, and that's been the consistent theme for Quincy in this ballgame.
Yeah, like you said, they've had the run of play the second half, and just haven't been able to capitalize on any situations.
And really, for Quincy, there's not really been that chance either that's been outside of the one that was missed by McEnany just a moment ago. There's not really been that chance where you really held your breath if you're a Rockhurst fan, except for right there. How about that one? How about that one? Of course, as soon as I say it, and who was it? None other than, I believe, Roberts lofting that one up there, but a very good job by Bass to tap that one just on top of the net.
Well, that almost mimics an exercise that goalies do. He came out and punched it, and then he had to backpedal and then tip it over the cross.
Coming up again, they'll try to do it once more, and that one just bouncing over the top of heads once again, cleared away by McGee. 10.5 to go here.
It's a good challenge.
And we're going to have a foul once again on Rockhurst. And Quincy's getting their opportunities if they can just get one served up. Ragsdale. Here's Seifert. McEnany will hold it up. Try to work inside, lay one off here for Van Verlo, but not able to get one put on frame. Just can't get it off the foot in time. Seifert again, working on 3 white jerseys down in that corner. And that one, I believe, over the end line for a goal kick. Seifert just mishandled it.
Well, you got to credit Rockhurst defense at this point, just really not allowing a clear opportunity for Quincy. Keeping the ball wide as much as possible, playing against several restarts now in the second half, not allowing any goals on those restarts. Great saves consecutively by Ryan Bass in goal. And then once again, that 0 still stands for Quincy, and Rockhurst defense has themselves a shutout still.
Rockhurst with that flick on. Not quite able to do much with it there, but they don't need to at this point. Just trying to hold on, hold possession. And I believe we're going to see another card of some kind here.
There was definitely a foul there. Let's slide in. It was from behind. And what a lot of people don't understand is if you slide from behind and you get all ball is one thing. If you slide from behind and get all ball and then a little leg, it's a foul.
That's a foul.
Every time.
Didn't see the card. Thought we might see it with the stoppage of play, but no.
He does. The ref's doing a good job of stopping play when the ball's cleared out, where someone's trying to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
He won't have that.
Done a very good job of maintaining control of this one. And when there's been a couple times where players have gotten chippy, things have gotten heated.
He's done a great job today.
As they will in a conference rivalry like this between two programs that are so proud with so much soccer tradition, both at the D2 level and stretching back to the NAIA days for both of these programs as well. Quincy trying to switch fields. Roberts trying to serve that one up, but just not able to get there on this slick turf grass today.
Coach Carpenter, I think, is going to look back at film and see a lot of little things, like passes like those that weren't completed. A lot of those through the midfield that could have helped them.
Quincy just, like we kind of said, and I know this sounds trite, if you will, but wrong place, wrong time, right place, right time for Rockhurst, but certainly you would say this is a deserved result if it holds for Rockhurst.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, Rockhurst has been the better team so far, attacking-wise, and credit their defense as well.
Quincy, though, in the second half has had numerous amounts of opportunities.
They are knocking at the door.
And they'll try to serve another one up here. And we'll have the flag go up, and that will be an offside call on Quincy. Coming up for that one and drawing the flag, I believe, was Bond. Elevated for that one, got to it, but just a bit offside.
Usually the assistant ref stands at an offside call, but maybe it was a foul?
Maybe it was a foul. That's what I would...
I was kind of confused.
I was confused as well.
Movements there. Either way, turnover.
Offside call, foul call, something like that. I didn't see the offside, so we'll go with foul. That sounds more plausible. Didn't see that either, but nonetheless, Quincy threatening once again. Van Verlo trying to get there. Quincy fans wanted another foul call on the build-up that time. Knocked to his rear end was Ortno. Couldn't quite see the contact, but Quincy pressing forward. You can feel the sense of urgency. They know they've got to have one right now and then get another one.
And that's where you see the direct play several times here.
Roberts trying to work one-on-one again. One-on-one, you know how that's going to end up almost every time, it seems like. He'll play this one all the way back. Seifert, switch field. Now you'll see the pressure all the way come up from the defenders. Bond, chip this one in.
Good ball.
Good ball, just no one on the end of it. And Rockhurst will clear away all the way back to Quincy's back line, and they'll try to reset. Rockhurst, of course, just more than content to pack it in, play the D, clear it out when needed. Dokaj will try to work on that far sideline, and he's not happy at all about seeing the foul call come up right there against himself. Inside 5 minutes to go now. Bond booting it away for Rockhurst, and time starting to run out on Quincy here today.
Credit Quincy, they definitely have not rolled over in this game. They are giving every bit of effort that they can give to stick in this one, to get a goal, to find that glimmer of hope.
Certainly like we've mentioned, they've had possession. They've had the run of play here in this second half, but just like we mentioned, just not able to put one away, not able to string those two passes together there at the back. And that one over the inline, I believe, for a goal kick.
I think it was a handball. Unfortunately, just got skipped off the hand of Verbonic, so it'll be in the corner. Quincy's going to have to clear it out, and not what you want to see.
Hits our press box. That one, not as they drew it up. Guille will take the throw here for Rockhurst with just inside 4 minutes to go. Quincy now laid off for Roberts. Nice 1-2 play. Van Verlo now, but that's the issue for Quincy right there.
That was good build-up.
Good build-up, just one touch away from what they needed in terms of getting it to Roberts. Still has a feeling that Roberts is going to break through in this ball game with the way that he has played in this one. McGee not happy. This Rockhurst side not happy about that offside call.
McGee went ahead and tucked that away, though.
That's why
we got the clock stopped there.
As he had already done once in this game. 3:20 to go. Flicked on, maybe a chance here for Quincy. Van Verlo. Played over, trying to hang one back. Seifert's there. Will drop all the way back. Try to play it back into McInerney. Excuse me. Still nothing yet for Quincy. Got to have one right now if you're going to have much of a chance at all. And the flag will go up, and that one will be a foul call on, I believe, Bond on that far sideline over there with Seifert. Just inside, 2.5 left here.
You know, Rockhurst has done a good job of playing with the lead. You know, they're not rushing around the field. They're taking their time on everything. They're getting numbers behind the ball defensively. They're just playing very well with the lead. You can tell that this is a team that has a high soccer IQ, that knows what to do when they have a lead and how to really chip away at the time and really get things going to their advantage to ensure the victory.
Kyle Robbins, Tyler Tomlinson. Torborg National Men's Soccer Game of the Week, D2 level here. Quincy, Illinois, Legends Stadium on NCAA TV. And time running out here on the Quincy Hawks. The home standing squad trying to pull the upset here today. Rockhurst, of course, ranked number 16 in the country in the NCAA Continental Tire Coaches Poll.
Good sportsmanship there.
And that's something you'd like to see here this late in the game with a game that has been chippy at times. Players showing the good spirit with just about 70 seconds here to go. Served up. Quincy, as you mentioned, not laying down.
Nope.
There's time on the clock. There's still time for a goal. 60 seconds here. Seifert's got to go quick. Trying to force something forward. Roberts will wrap one in. And that is headed away for a corner kick coming up for Quincy. 40 seconds. And Quincy's going to pack everybody in there. 20 of 22 on the field inside the 18. Quincy still trying to pack it in, trying to get one on the goal, just for good measure at least, but not looking like they're going to be able to do so. And with 16 seconds on the clock, that should about do it here from Quincy, Illinois. And a valiant effort from the Quincy Hawks today, but Rockhurst showing why they are one of the top 20 teams in the country and one of the top teams, if not the top team, in the GLVC today. The final score from Legend Stadium in Quincy, Illinois. Rockhurst 2, Quincy 0. Tyler, final thoughts on this one. Your takeaways. We'll start first with the winning team in Rockhurst.
Yeah, Rockhurst, I commend them. They showed a lot of lot of energy when they brought in those reserves in the first half. Were able to get that first goal, and they really built off of that. I thought for the rest of the game, they imposed their will in the game. They played direct. They played physical. Their defensive line really held up well. Anytime you can get a shutout, congratulations to Rockhurst. Just another notch in the belt for Coach Toko and getting another victory, as he is one of the most winningest coaches, active coaches currently, number 2.
And certainly as well for this Quincy side, a valiant effort for them today. Just want to remind you, of course, of the 2014 NCAA convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's January 15th through the 19th. Make sure that you come out for that. More information available online at nscaa.com/convention. It was in Indianapolis this past year, Indianapolis, Indiana. I had the pleasure of actually attending that one. MLS Super Draft, lots of great events. Hope that you can come out in Philly in 2014 for the NSCAA convention. Our final here from Legend Stadium once again to recap here for you, Kyle Robbins alongside Tyler Tomlinson. Our final score: Quincy 0, Rockhurst 2. Any takeaways? What you would say here if you're Mike Carpenter in this huddle to your squad after a tough loss today?
Well, I think what you tell the team is that the work ethic was there. You gave out the good effort for 90 minutes of play, but sometimes effort just isn't enough. You got to make sure that you do the little things right. They struggled to build up through the midfield. They were unable to capitalize on some decent chances to score goals. So moving forward, you take that same work ethic that you gave today against the top 25 team and you put it to the next game. For them, I don't think it gets any easier. I think they might have Drury coming up on the schedule. Nonetheless,
Drury coming up next week. Of course, a team that we mentioned that top 10 in the country in NCAA Division II.
Yeah, so it won't get any easier. So making sure that those little things are capitalized on is going to be a big difference for them. If that can happen, then they're going to be able to compete with the Rockhurst, with the Drury. But if not, then you're going to have a good work effort, but not a good result.
Your final score once again from Legend Stadium in Quincy, Illinois: Rockhurst 2, Quincy 0. For my partner Tyler Tomlinson and our entire Turbo Sports NCAA TV production crew, so long and good night. I'm Kyle Robbins. This is the 2013 Turbo National Men's Soccer Game of the Week on NSCAA, presented by the NSCAA and Admiral Sports.
Thanks. Thank you.
Awesome work.
Thank you, guys.
No, it's fine. It's small, it's cramped, it's tough to